What is going on, Cardano friends? Welcome to the channel. My name is Fareed, and in today's video, I want to review the second round of the Genius X Launchpad on the Cardano Testnet. Now, if you're not already familiar, the Launchpad Testnet did kick off, I believe, about 2 or 3 days ago, in which we saw the first round of the sale begin, and it actually just closed out earlier today. Now we're just starting the second round, and I actually want to walk you guys through the process of interacting with the Launchpad in order to make a purchase of the TestGens tokens. Now, with that said, I do have another video covering the first round as well as the KYC process. And so if that information interests you, I'll leave the links to those videos down in the description below. Without taking up any more time, let's jump into the actual Launchpad and walk through that process of making the purchase. And so as you guys can see here, I'm on the front page of the Testnet site, which again, I'll leave a link to down in the description below. I'm now actually going to click on the project to see the project details. And I'm going to scroll down here to where we can see more information about the specific rounds. And so as you guys can see here, round 1 completed on the 5th of November. We're now currently in round number 2, which will be going between now and the 7th of this November. And in the first video, I actually walked through the process of purchasing, I believe, 10,000, which was the maximum allocation of the TestGens tokens on the Genius X platform. Now, with that said, as you guys can see here, the total amount purchased was actually a little bit more than the target amount that the team was looking to raise, right? And so they were looking to raise a total of 2.3 million ADA. However, they've now raised 3.5 million ADA. And so as we can see here, that's actually 154% over, or 54% over the target goal. And so we are officially oversubscribed in round number 1. Now, if you're not familiar with what the oversubscription model is when it comes to the Launchpad, simply put, it's a way to make sure that participants of the sale all get a fair distribution of the token amounts, regardless of which time they decide to participate in the round. And so as a part of the oversubscription process, what we're going to see is the 54% extra here, or about 1.3 million total of the test ADA will be taken out, and it'll be divided evenly amongst all of the contributors of that particular round. And once they've decided a particular percentage amount that they're going to be able to refund everybody equally, that will actually be then sent back to the wallets of the participants. And so what this is going to ensure is that everybody that puts in an order as a part of round 1 at least gets a partial amount of their order filled. Jumping back into the example at hand, in my previous video, I walked through the process of purchasing 10,000 of the TestGens tokens. And so let's say that we are oversubscribed and the team has figured out that everybody who's oversubscribed as a part of round 1 has to get a 20% refund. In my case, instead of me actually receiving a total of the 10,000 gens tokens that I've initially requested, I would actually receive 8,000 of the TestGens tokens, and then any of the remaining test ADA that would have been used to purchase the remaining 2,000 as a part of my original order would be refunded back to my wallet. Now that we've covered the oversubscription model, let's move along and talk about the second round of the sale. And so as we can see here, the second round is aiming to raise a target amount of 3.4 million ADA. And unlike the first round, we can actually see that the cost of the TestGens tokens is actually going to be a little bit higher than in the first round. So if you participated in round 1, each of the TestGens tokens would have cost you about 2.3 ADA. However, as a part of the second round, they're going to cost you 3.4 ADA. And so let's go ahead and actually purchase our tokens. I've already connected my wallet. And just like before as well, there's going to be a minimum allocation or a minimum purchase amount of 50 of the TestGens tokens and a maximum allocation of 10,000. So once I click on the buy token option here, again, I'm presented with the total amount of gens that I want to purchase. As a part of this example, I'm going to go ahead and just actually purchase 5,000 of the tokens here, which is going to run me about 17,000 of the test ADA tokens. Again, I can expand this bottom section down here to see my transaction fee, my service fee, and my deposit fee. Once I've confirmed that, I'm going to click on the Buy Gens button, and I'm going to wait here for my NAMI wallet to prompt me to actually sign and confirm the transaction. I'm gonna enter my spending password. And as you guys can see here, the order was successfully confirmed. And so I have a confirmation message here thanking me for participating in this round. And one thing that I actually did not mention before is that you can only purchase one time per round. So you do want to make sure that you purchase the total amount that you plan on wanting right up front, because you will not have the ability to launch a second order within that round. Now, will that change moving forward in the future? That has yet to be seen, but I do think that that would be beneficial to allow users to come in and place additional orders. Next, we're going to quickly jump over into my portfolio to see how that's been updated. And so I'm going to click on the My Portfolio link here. And as we can see here, the date in which they're going to be distributing the tokens is going to be set for November 9th. And as I mentioned in my previous video, you will not be receiving any of the TestGens tokens immediately after placing your purchase. They're going to be distributing all the tokens to everybody at the same exact time via an airdrop method. In addition to that, we can see that the total amount that I've purchased in terms of the TestGens tokens has updated from 10,000 to 15,000, and then the total amount that I've spent has updated to include the latest 17,000 in terms of test ADA that I've spent on my TestGens. If I click on the orders option here, I can now see both of the separate orders that I've placed, the first which was within round number 1, and then the second which took place in round number 2. Now, I believe that that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Again, this is going to be the coverage of the second round of the GeniusX Launchpad Testnet. We talked a little bit about the oversubscription model, and then we actually walked through the process of purchasing in the second round. And so if you guys found any of the information covered in today's video to be helpful, then please make sure to tap that like button. If it's your first time visiting the channel, consider subscribing. And if you have any questions or comments about any of the content covered in today's video, then make sure to leave a comment down below. With that said, I will see you guys in the next video.